the Saints. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The safety Justin Reed tapped to get us started. And off we go from the Superdome. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
To the goal line and in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. That is 1st touchdown of the new year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. Velus Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Shuck. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation. And it's a decent return. Get some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll manage only a couple, with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's McCaffrey. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. They go sideline and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Now a deep ball for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. That'll bring this to about the 25. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Darrell Luter. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Moving to his right. That is caught. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. McCaffrey trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McCaffrey. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, here is Shuck. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. We are through one. The Niners have the early advantage. 4 from New Orleans after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Shuck. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
14 on the pickup. It's good for a Saints 1st down. The air again is Shuck. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The rookie out of Georgia, Michael Williams, having success early in his career, his 2nd sack in these first few weeks of the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Shuck. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Chuck. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions. And so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
Kittle is the man in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Second down and 3. Whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 31 yards. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Purdy. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. Kittle is the man in motion. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. Down. Purdy. This one's down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's Shuck. Here, a short one to Taysom Hill. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. Taysom Hill working free downfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing again, Shuck. Pushed out to his right. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll indeed go, and it is Shuck. That's incomplete. daring call on 4th down does not work out, and it results in a turnover on down.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Timeout 49ers. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Here's Purdy again. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Throwing again is Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing is shot. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On the give, this is Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Shuck. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To the air is Shuck. Oh, the pressure gets there, and down he goes. Michael Williams. He had 2 sacks in the opener and give him 1 more here in week 2. Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On 3rd and long, here's Shuck. Throw right side to Olave. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
That's taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter, they convert on 4th down.
I don't think the back was the primary target on this play, but just a great job by the quarterback understanding it's 4th down. I've got to get this ball out of my hand and give our offense a chance at converting, and it's exactly what he's able to do by getting it to his back and letting him pick up the rest.
Cook's able to pull that one in. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll work the middle here with Kamara, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. He'll step up and run, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A give for McCaffrey running right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They run once more with McCaffrey. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Kittle is the man in motion. Another run here for Robinson. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Purdy. And he's got another one. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdowns for the game, his first 3 of the year. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg, after losing week 1 to continue to add to the lead here in the 4th quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. First and 10, here's Shuck. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New Orleans.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Saints first down. The air once more. Shuck. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. The air again is Shuck. forced out wide. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On second down, it's Chuck. This pass right side taken in by Cooks.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
3rd and 6. Chuck. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
And I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd. So good decision. Just throw it away.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. A dive, and he's in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Groupie now, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Saints are able to edge a bit closer. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.